What's going on, everybody? Cody with the Clever Investor here, streaming live from my office. It's about 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Just getting ready to head out and head back home. And I wanted to go live real quick because I was going through my DMs and a lot of you guys were reaching out to me, asking me some questions about certain things that I'm doing right now. So I thought there was about maybe two or three dozen questions. So I thought instead of answering them all individually, I'm going to film this little video and do this live stream, and then hopefully whether you're watching this live or you're watching this as a replay, I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions for you. All right, so first off, welcome to my live stream. Excited that you're here. You guys know me. I'm a very active real estate investor, and I do every type of investing strategy under the sun. Right now, I'm rehabbing a bunch of properties, all the way from $200,000 properties all the way up to $3 million properties. Also wholesaling, and I run a very large wholesaling operation. We've got about 15 team members on our wholesaling operation, so very active investor. And then I also own commercial and rental properties and all that other good stuff. So with that being said, a lot of you guys were asking me what my wholesaling game plan is during lockdown. Like, what am I seeing? What am I experiencing? A lot of you guys made some really great comments on my YouTube channel for the YouTube video I did right when COVID was first coming out, and now it's been a little bit of time, so I want to update you guys. And by the way, if you're an active wholesaler and you have some insight on this, drop a comment down below and tell me what your guys' thoughts are. All right, let's start from the beginning. So first off, and if you get value from this, smash the like button for me just so I can see that this thing's streaming loud and clear. All right, so let's start at the beginning. 4 weeks ago, everything was great, right? We were killing it in the real estate space, and all of a sudden now the reality of how long this crisis is going to last is starting to sink in. For the first 2 weeks, once everything really started going on lockdown and hotspots started popping up and New York started shutting down and LA started shutting down, it was like, oh man, this is starting to get serious. And the real estate market, which this is not a real estate crisis. This is a global pandemic that has nothing to do with real estate, but it's affecting people's incomes on a mass scale, which will affect the real estate market. In the beginning, the real estate market didn't know what to do because historically we were doing great. We were killing it. We had record low inventory, record low mortgage rates, high demand, and everybody was making money. And we all pretty much predicted that we had another year to 2 years before the market actually cycled through and started to turn. And the real estate market is cyclical, so it was going to go back down eventually. And in 2008, we had a housing crisis. That's not what we're experiencing right now. We're experiencing a pandemic that's causing housing, which still has record low inventory. I looked it up the other day, and in Arizona, if you look at March 2020 to March in 2008, and you compare them side by side, March 2008 had 8 months of inventory. That means there was an insane amount of properties on the market. Everybody pulled out all their equity and they went and bought boats and luxury items, and the lending was so loose that there was people that shouldn't own real estate, and they pulled all their money out, and it was a disaster, right? And that's what caused the housing crash, and it was literally a crash. This is different. We only have 3 months of inventory currently on the market. There's only 11,000 properties, single-family residences, currently on the market here in Arizona. It's record low inventory, 3 months worth of inventory max. And so if this crisis gets over soon, the real estate market's going to bounce back fairly quickly. It's going to keep going because what we've experienced is the first 2 to 3 weeks of this pandemic, it was like almost like all of us old school investors that were around during the last crash, we all have PTSD. And a lot of us now have a lot of money. And we started restricting the cash. And we felt it in 2008, and we're feeling it again right now. Money is fleeing the market, even from the real estate market. It's fleeing the stock market, and it's fleeing the real estate market. Smart money's going to the sidelines, and it's pausing. And we're going through this pause period where there's so much uncertainty and too much risk that nobody knows what to do. I'm starting to see the unpausing of the pause. There's little glimmers, and it all depends on how long this really lasts. Today, Arizona went on lockdown. The governor came out and said, we're going to do a mandatory stay-at-home order. And so hopefully these aggressive actions spread widespread across the United States, and we can get through this and get through this quickly. Because if this lasts too long, unemployment in March spiked. 3.3 million people filed unemployment in March. I think in April, another 3 million people are probably going to file unemployment because nobody's spending money. The businesses are all suffering. Doesn't matter how many, the government's going to give you $1,200. What's that going to do for you? A quarter of 1 month? I mean, the reality is it's just not enough right now. They're going to have to give us a lot more stimulus money to get us through this, especially if it lasts till, let's say, August. And I want you to plan and think about, what if this lasts till August? What if the quarantines don't go away anytime soon? Today, the school system canceled school for the rest of the year. Parents are now losing their freaking minds. People that have full-time jobs now are also the babysitter, the parents, the lunch lady, the teacher. I mean, they have to do it all. Everybody's at a stressed out breaking point. Businesses are imploding. Cash flow is hurting. People don't have savings. And imagine this thing going to August. Imagine that. That would really put a lot of people in financial pain. Well, what happens when people start losing their jobs on mass scale? Going through divorce on mass scale. Passing away on mass scale. People's motivation levels to sell their real estate and sell it quickly goes way, way, way up. So we're going to see the turn of the market. The inventory is going to go way up because people are, right now we're in a pause period, guys. We're in the middle of history. This is just a little window of time where you have a moment to just step back and breathe. And this is why I'm shooting this video. Step back and breathe and just say, you know what? I see what's coming. I'm going to plan for the worst. Now, if it's less than the worst, then it's okay. Everybody's going to be okay. But I'm not going to plan that this thing's going to, in 2 weeks, we're going to all bounce back and the real estate market's going to bounce back and everything's going to be good. I'm going to plan for a complete implosion. And if it's less than that, then fine. But if I nail it and I plan for the worst, then just like my mentor used to always say, people don't rise to the occasion. They fall to their highest level of preparation. And I'm getting prepared for the shift. And when they say transfer of wealth, money doesn't disappear. It doesn't go away, it transfers. Somebody's, just even in the stock market, even though it lost trillions of dollars, if you think about it, somebody's betting long and somebody's betting short. I read an article the other day, there was a billionaire that made, I want to say he put up like 250 million or 50 million or some pretty big number, and he turned it into 2.7 billion or something crazy by shorting and calling that the market was going to crash. And so there's always somebody on one side of the equation that's getting wealthy. What side are you on right now? Are you on the side of the equation where one little hiccup, one flat tire, one medical emergency, one missed paycheck, and all of a sudden your whole life is turned upside down? You can't even think about, oh my God, I know some people that have less than a few $100s in their bank account. They can't wait to get that government check because they're freaking losing their minds. They're like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to pay rent. I'm not going to hit my car payment. My phone's going to get shut off. Electricity's going to get shut off. And yeah, right now, the government is saying, we're not going to shut your electricity off. We're not going to evict you and all that stuff. But how long is that going to last? Can that last till August? Do you ever want to be in the situation again where one hiccup puts you in so much financial pain that you can't bounce back without a hand out? Well, I want to give you a hand up. Here's how I'm planning. And this is what I'm seeing. Money is moving to the side, and we're in this weird period where we can get prepared. So now is the time to lean in on the 6 inches of real estate between your ears. You got to get educated on how to run a business from your house, how to run a wholesaling operation from your cell phone and laptop. And you're going to do it virtually in markets that are very, very open, right? And there's a lot of markets right now that you can get data, right? Here at Clever Investor, we have a tool called the Deal Automator. We have the entire country's data inside the Deal Automator. Every homeowner record, we know everything about all those homeowners. You can data stack, you can really target. Watch the news and go, okay, hotspot, 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 hotspot. I'm going to put out some test marketing. I'm going to do some direct mail. I'm going to do some text blast. I'm going to do some cold calling. And if you're not cold calling and text blasting right now, you're freaking crazy. Because everybody's at home and the connection rates are off the charts, better than we've ever had. Motivation levels are going through the roof. Now is the time to put houses under contract. And so we're putting out test marketing in different markets to see what resonates and what messaging resonates in what markets. We changed up our style. Now we're doing virtual co-wholesaling, and we're really leaning in on it. I'm finishing my last few rehab projects. I told my partners, no more buying rehabs. I don't care how good the deal is. We're not going hard on anything. We're not buying rehabs. Let's finish up our last 13 projects. Everybody's going to get their stimulus money, and let's push these things out. Thankfully, almost all of my projects I got about 2 weeks left on the majority of them. So they're going to hit the market. My partner said, hey, Sperber, are you going to stage it? You want to stage these, or you want to try and save money? I'm like, no, you got to stage. We got to sell the dream right now. Like, it's got to look and smell and be better than every other house on the market, because we need this to sell and sell now, because if we're sitting here holding on to these properties till August, we're screwed. So no more rehabs, shifting all of our focus to wholesaling, virtual wholesaling, using all of our resources to test markets, use the Deal Automator, pull the data, skip trace the data at cleverskiptracing.com. We're skip tracing the data, which gives you the best quality contact information. We're taking that information, we're sticking it into our text marketer and blasting out text in little tiny segments, like 2,500 texts in this market, 2,500 texts in this market. We're doing it in 10 or 15 different markets to test the marketing to see how many calls we get back. We're tracking everything so we know our KPIs. And at the same time we're doing that, we're calling and forming strategic partnerships, either from the Clever Investor community or other real estate investors that are playing the game at a high level in those test markets. As we get back information, we're going, hey, do you have cash buyers that are ready and still wanting to buy properties? It's like a 50-50 right now. A lot of people are shifting over into the buy and hold method. Rehabbers are only rehabbing if it's a smoking hot deal. And here's what they're doing. This is really smart. The rehabbers that are still buying right now, they're doing a very specific strategy. They're basically saying, I will buy any property 75 cents on the dollar minus repairs. Now let me ask you guys a question, and put down in the comment section down below. Why do you think rehabbers in all of this pandemonium and chaos would buy a property at 75 cents on the dollar or less minus repairs? Why would somebody do that right now? Market's kind of frozen. We don't really know what's about to happen. Nobody has crystal balls. And crystal balls. Big crystal balls. Why would somebody do that? Put it in the comment section. Now, if you nail this, because I'm about to give you the answer, if you nail this, I'm going to be very impressed with your investing understanding. All right? They're going to do that because there are still refinance programs out there. Not new purchase, but refinance programs. When you own a property all cash, you can refi it out up to 80, 85 cents on the dollar. So if they buy it at 75 cents or below, minus repairs, then they're sitting in the perfect position to buy it using cash and hard money, quickly do the repairs, stick a tenant in there, rate and term refi. Boom. So it's pretty smart what they're doing. So we're calling around our partners. Do you still have buyers buying? It's 50-50. Some are going, nah, nobody's buying right now. And the other 50% of their cash buyers are still looking for deals. But a lot of people are looking for creative buy and holds. And right now, there's a massive opportunity. When we get a hold of somebody, we're not just saying, hey, can we pay cash for your house? We'll cash you out, close quick. That conversation is not happening. We're saying, hey, you're in some financial pain. There's a lot of uncertainty. We might be able to help you if you qualify for our participation program. Listen to the words I'm saying. If you qualify for our participation program, we can work something out that could work out for you and work out for us. Now, there's two ways that we can do business with each other. we can write you an all-cash offer, and we can close as soon as this COVID crisis kind of, settles down. So what I would like to do is you send me pictures of the property. Let me take a look at it. Let me do my due diligence. I'll make you an all-cash offer. And if you accept it, we'll close within 60 days. So normally we close quickly, but we need at least 60 days to close. And inside our contract, even in our wholesaling contracts, is our COVID clause, which basically says if we're on lockdown, then we can automatically extend it for 2-week periods at a time. All right? So that's if you want to just cash out within the next 60 days. Now, the other way we can participate is you tell me about your property, you tell me about your mortgage situation, what that financing structure is, and maybe we can participate with each other and collaborate. I could either take over your mortgage payment, I can give you a little bit of cash and take over your mortgage payment. We can, if you own it free and clear, you can sell or finance it to me, and we can structure a creative deal like that. If you want to keep some of your equity, we could do what's called a wraparound mortgage. There's a couple different tools that I have in my tool belt that I'd like to learn some more information about your property, and we'll see if we can participate together. So we're showing up, we're giving them multiple choices, and we're trying to figure out which one works for them. And if they say participate, we're locking up deals, and there's a lot of cash buyers that will put down $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 cash in order to get into a rental where the financing is already in place. And as long as rental rates are strong in the area and the asset doesn't need a ton of work, those types of deals, we're doing a lot of creative deal structuring right now. When a month ago, everybody was like, I don't know, I'm going to wait and just try and get the most I can get for it. Now all of a sudden people are like, hey, yeah, hit me with the creative deal. Like, what do you got? What are you thinking? How can we participate? You understand what I'm saying right there? So we're banging the phones, testing out specific markets, getting creative with it, going over into our creative bag of tricks, and we're understanding something. Now is the time. We're calling all of our lenders, trying to see who's still lending, who are calling our closing agents. What are you seeing out there? What are you feeling out there? Are you still closing? We're calling real estate agents. What are you seeing? What are you experiencing? And we're getting a feel for all these markets. There's some markets that are still moving. I had a real estate agent tell me today that they got a full price all cash offer on a listing, same day offer. So that was really cool to hear. So now is the time to get prepared, because if you're not preparing yourself, because what's going to happen is we're in this panic period. Over the next 60 days, it's going to play itself out. The market's going to start to come back to life. We are shifting to a down market. That's my prediction. This is going to be worse and more painful for a lot of people than we even understand right now. Unless this ends and we get a cure or a vaccine here in the next 2 weeks, I think this thing's going to be infinitely more financially painful for a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to go to sell. We'll shift from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Things are going to change. The momentum's going to change. The investors that have creative tools are going to start coming back out. We're going to start doing more deal flow. We're going to lock down lots of deals right now, extend out the closings using our COVID clause, and we're going to use strategic partners in those markets that already have a cash buyers list to do some virtual co-wholesaling. At the same time, you're going to then go and learn your state's foreclosure laws, and you're going to get prepared for more distressed inventory to come through the foreclosure auctions and turn into REOs, which stands for real estate owned. You're going to, at the same time, as you're generating leads, you're going to go back through all your old leads, and you're going to recall them all, because I promise you there's a lot of more motivation trapped in those old leads. And here's one final tip that I think that you should be doing, which we're doing, and it's working out beautifully, is we're collaborating. We called every other local wholesaler in town, all our friends, and said, here's what we're going to do. Let's put a spreadsheet together. Everybody's going to put their wholesale deals on the spreadsheet. On this spreadsheet, we're going to have a column that says finder's fee. We're all going to put our wholesale deals on the spreadsheet, and we're all going to market the deals at the same price. And if it's your deal and there's a finder's fee there, and I sell your deal, I get the finder's fee. So you market it at the same price. If you sell it, you get your finder's fee and the profit. And if I sell it, I get the finder's fee and you get the rest of the profit. So it's a master template for a group of wholesalers. So now instead of looking at all the other local wholesalers in town like they're our competition, now we're looking at them like, hey, you're a friend. Let's collaborate. Strength in numbers. We got to be able to do this together, because if we do this together, we're going to survive this thing and we're actually going to thrive. If we're all competing against each other and you have 5 wholesale deals and I have 5 wholesale deals, well, we're trying to split 2 cash buyers between each other. That's not the way we're going to win. Is this making sense to you guys? Not everybody's hurting. You guys got to understand this. Only certain market segments are hurting. Now, the real estate market's going to hurt because mass people are unemployed and a lot of people are out of work and there's no transactions happening. That's what's going to hurt the real estate space. For how long, we don't know. But think about how busy attorneys are going to be. Lawsuits everywhere. People in financial pain, filing lawsuits against each other. Think about trying to understand this COVID crisis bailout plan for small businesses. How many divorces are happening? All right. There's a lot of activity in the attorney space. There's a lot of activity in the e-commerce space. Everybody's shifting. I had a friend of mine who runs a Shopify store, said it was his best month ever in March because everybody's at home, everybody's shopping, and he just absolutely murdered it. So it's a transfer, right? We're not losing money. We're just transferring it. And if you're in this weird period right now of your life where you realize you're out of control because you're not playing the money game to win, and you don't have your financial literacy and financial understanding set up to actually win the money game, this is your wake-up call. This is your moment. This is happening for you. This isn't a negative thing. This is, as long as you don't get sick and none of your family members get sick, if the worst thing that happens is you're quarantined or you lose your job or you struggle paying some bills for a little period of time, but you wake up and you go, man, I'm never going to be in this situation again. I'm going to get the financial literacy down so I can win this game. I'm going to study investing. I'm going to study creative deal structuring. I'm going to study negotiation and sales and influence. I'm going to study online marketing. I'm going to go deeper than I ever have gone, and I'm going to actually get committed, like really committed, not like New Year's resolution committed, but like fucking committed. You get there, and I'm telling you, you're going to come out of this thing, you're going to bounce back, and you're going to win. And you're going to look back and go, I was part of history, and it changed my life. Guys, there's 2 types of people right now. There's the victims and the blamers and the negative and the toxic and the procrastinators and the people that say, oh, this is happening to me. I need a handout. That's one type of person. That's one type of person. You could be that person. You've been that person maybe. I've been that person at certain points in my life. I don't want to be that person anymore. That person's out of control. That person's stockpiling toilet paper. That person is losing their mind right now because they can't pay their mortgage or their rent, and it's their first month's payment. They didn't even have enough savings to even get past month 1. I don't want to be that person, and I'm guessing you don't want to be that person. Second type of person is somebody that takes advantage of this opportunity and says, never again. I get it. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. I'm in it to win it. I'm going to have a bounce back spirit. I'm going to set a new standard. I'm not going to allow my family to ever see me out of control again. I'm going to take care of things like a man or like a woman, and I'm going to do things right, and I'm going to play the game to win. Which one are you? Which one are you? Look, guys, I think now is the time for collaboration more than ever. Not to be divisive, but to collaborate. Not to be negative, but to have that spirit of like, we got this. Together, if we stay together, we're strong. We can lock arms and we can do this and we got this. If you agree with me, put an oh yeah in the comment section down below. If you agree with me, say, I will become financially independent in the comment section down below. If you agree with me, put in the comment section down below, I am going to set a standard. I am going to win the money game. I am going to bounce out of this, absolutely crush it. And Cody Sperber, you're a sexy, clever investor, and I love you. Perfect. Let's put all that. All right, guys, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this as a replay, whether you're watching this on Facebook or you're watching this on YouTube, show me some love. Smash that like button. Wake up tomorrow with a positive attitude and a bounce back spirit and a will to win with youthful enthusiasm, and let's go do this thing together. I believe in you. If I could do it, I know you guys could do it. Now you guys are empowered because you got the game plan, baby. Let's go. Until next time, I am Cody Sperber, the Clever Investor. I'm signing off for now. Take care. Comb your hair. Sperber out.